Have you ever looked at something really complex, like, say, a strategy in the crypto space, and just wished someone could break it down, make the big picture clear, maybe even compelling?
Absolutely. It happens all the time.
Well, today, that's exactly what we're going to try and do. We're diving into Aifeex. It's a name that keeps popping up, isn't it?
It certainly is. They're making some interesting moves.
They really are. And it's ambitious stuff. They're talking about bridging crypto with, global finance, thinking about futures alongside places like HKEX and Nasdaq. Okay, let's unpack this.
Let's do it.
So our mission today, it isn't just to list facts about Aifeex. We want to get under the hood, understand the strategy, the real thinking behind their moves,
Yeah.
especially with their token, AFX.
Right. The token is central.
And they've got this roadmap, these phases. We need to clarify the recent changes they've made and really get set for what people are calling the big game, the launch of their AI-CEX.
Their centralized exchange, yeah. Scheduled for September.
Exactly. It feels like a pivotal moment. So it's not just what they're doing, but why. What does it all mean, fundamentally?
Well, you put it perfectly. What Aifex is doing with AFX, it's more than just a coin launch or a tech upgrade. It really looks like a strategic evolution.
Okay, evolution how?
Aifex isn't just a token. It's engineered to be the core of their whole AI financial system.
Yeah.
They're explicitly building it to be a bridge, between DeFi and CeFi.
Decentralized and centralized finance, right?
Exactly. And their eyes are clearly set on the bigger picture integration with major global markets. This isn't accidental. It feels like a very deliberate multi-stage play.
Moving from just crypto to, well, something bigger, financial infrastructure.
That seems to be the goal. It's about building credibility and reach way beyond the usual crypto project scope.
Yeah.
It's a calculated move.
And they've already started making these moves, this great reset they announced. That sounds pretty major.
It is. It's their opening gambit, you could say.
They've got this protocol upgrade planned for September 15th, 2025. And immediate changes, right? Like canceling annual staking.
That's a big one. They're moving entirely to weekly staking.
Okay, so what happens if you were in an annual plan?
Your principal and the profits you locked in, they get released, but gradually 1% per day over 100 days.
100 days, but they still earn something during that time.
Yes, and this is interesting. You still get a 1.575% daily yield, but only on the amount that hasn't been released yet. So it cushions the transition of it.
Okay, that's clear. But the reset is more than just staking mechanics, isn't it?
Oh, much more. They're also getting rid of all the referral systems, the VIP tiers, everything.
Why would they do that?
Yep.
Those usually drive growth, right?
They do in a certain model, but this signals a shift towards genuine community governance, decentralization in practice, not just name. And maybe the most critical part, strategically speaking,
So what?
is the supply cap. They've set a total reward pool for all staking at 30 million AFX. Once that's paid out, that's it. No more staking rewards, full stop.
Wow, okay, a hard stop on inflation from staking. So for someone like you, looking at the strategy, what's the real message here? What are they signaling with all these changes?
That's the key question, isn't it? These aren't just tweaks. They are foundational decisions. They're essentially clearing the table, as they put it.
Clearing the table, meaning?
Meaning they're removing all those mechanisms you often see in early crypto projects, the high yields, the referral bonuses, things that can sometimes feel a bit, well, unsustainable or maybe even opaque.
Right, things that can attract speculation, but maybe not long-term confident.
Exactly. They're doing this to create an environment that's radically transparent and fair. The insight here, I think, is that they are deliberately ditching crypto hype tactics to reposition AFX as something more solid. Institution-ready, perhaps?
So credibility over quick growth.
That's how it reads,
Okay.
prioritizing long-term sustainability. That's actually quite a rare signal in the DeFi world. It's significant.
And this reset, it also tackles that weird price thing they had, didn't it? The app price versus the market price.
Yes, directly. That's been a point of confusion for a while. You had AFX showing like $152 inside their app,
Which sounded amazing.
but on the decentralized exchanges, the actual trading price was hovering around $3. A huge gap.
So what was that $152 number? Just made up.
They called it an internal valuation. Think of it as reflecting their long-term view, their potential, their vision. But crucially, it wasn't a live tradable market price.
Okay, aspirational maybe?
Perhaps. But now they've synced them. The in-app price now reflects the actual DAX price, which is, currently around $2.80, maybe $3.
And the strategic reason for that specific move.
It's absolutely paramount. If you want to launch a credible centralized exchange, a CEX, and attract serious capital, you must have one single, verifiable, transparent market price, no ambiguity.
Right, eliminates confusion and weird arbitrage.
Precisely. It stops what you might call unnatural arbitrage, exploiting artificial price gaps. This alignment builds a credible market foundation. It's about establishing genuine market integrity, which is vital for both retail users and, importantly, any institutional players watching.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense. Building trust brick by brick. So the table's cleared, the price is synced. What's the situation with AFX right now in the market?
Well, as we said, the DEX price is sitting around that $2.83 mark. And what Aifeex is doing now very actively is building thick liquidity.
Thick liquidity, meaning lots of buy and sell orders, deep order books.
Exactly, and significant trading volume. They're deliberately creating a robust market on the DX.
And the immediate payoff for doing that is?
Stability, mainly. When their AI-CEX launches in September, this deep liquidity means the market can absorb a lot of new buying pressure, new users coming in, without the price just shooting up uncontrollably or crashing. It smooths the ride.
Okay, managing volatility. That's smart. And it's worth noting, right, that this current $3 level is way below its old all-time high, which was around $18.
That's correct. Significantly lower.
So for people who've been watching AFX for a while or thinking strategically, they might see this current price level as
What?
a foundation, a base before the CEX launch really changes things.
That's certainly one interpretation. And it's not just wishful thinking.
Okay, elaborate. This is where it gets really interesting strategically.
Absolutely. This idea of a base price isn't just chart pattern talk. It feels like a calculated part of the strategy. The liquidity they've built on the DX, currently around $85 million, that's substantial.
85 million is not small change.
Not at all. It's a serious foundation. And strategically, why is that important? Well, two main reasons. First, it gives them the confidence to onboard potentially thousands of new retail users onto the AI-CEX without breaking the market.
Okay, handles volume. And
Second, it signals market maturity and stability. That's crucial if you want to attract any kind of institutional interest down the line. They look for stable, liquid markets.
so it's not just about the price number itself, but the market's resilience.
Precisely. It's about building the market's structural integrity before the big expansion phase. It's a deliberate de-risking tactic.
It really does sound like a game of chess they're playing. Very methodical.
It has that feel, doesn't it? Each move seems planned.
And they've actually laid out this plan, a 4-phase roadmap.
Yeah,
Phase 1 they call alignment. Yeah. That's what we've been discussing, right? The reset.
correct.
Yeah.
Clearing the decks, resetting DeFi, removing VIP and referrals, syncing the prices. It's all about building that public trust and prepping the ground. Setting the board, if you like.
Okay. Then phase 2 is build liquidity.
Which is what's happening now. Actively pumping liquidity into the DX, stabilizing that price space we talked about. It's not passive. It's an active preparation for what comes next.
And phase 3, that's the big one. Launch AI-CEX.
September. This is the pivot point. Opening their own centralized exchange based in Hong Kong.
And the significance. Making AFX easier to buy for regular people.
That's a huge part of it. People who aren't comfortable with DXs suddenly have an easy on-ramp, and the expectation or hope is that this creates healthy arbitrage between the DX and the new CEX.
Healthy arbitrage, meaning price differences that drive trading.
Exactly, driving massive trading volume. But, and this is key, they plan to use their AI liquidity and AI arbitrage tools to manage those price differences, keep them reasonable, fair, efficient, not let them get out of hand.
The AI layer managing the flow.
Okay.
And then phase 4.
Phase 4 is deflation and trust. This loops back to capping those staking rewards at 30 million AFX. That's a strong move to control supply inflation.
Makes the supply more predictable long term.
Absolutely. And the sources hint that future revenues, like trading fees or profits from their AI algorithms, might be used for buyback and burn programs, though that's more speculative for now.
Buybacks would reduce supply further.
Okay.
And the end goal of all this?
The long-term goal seems crystal clear. Establish AFX as a transparent, trustworthy asset, one that's systematically prepared for potential integration into traditional finance. HKEX, Nasdaq. They're not just dreaming, they're building the pathway.
It's not just crypto growth, it's aiming for global financial integration. Wow.
It's a sophisticated multi-stage strategy, no doubt. Each phase logically builds on the last. It's designed to systematically de-risk the project while growing the ecosystem, both technically and in market terms.
And what really stands out?
What's fascinating, I think, is the clarity. The roadmap shows this clear transition path from a community crypto project towards becoming potentially a piece of global financial infrastructure. That level of transparency in the plan signals maturity and a serious long-term vision. It sets them apart. They seem to be shaping their future and not just reacting.
That roadmap is impressive, but, it leads to a pretty obvious question. What makes their AI-CEX actually different? I mean, there are tons of centralized exchanges.
That's fair. Most CEXs are basically order books and trading pairs. Pretty standard stuff.
Right. So what's the AI bit really do? Is it just marketing?
For Aifeex, it seems to be much more than just a label. It appears to be the core differentiator. It's about embedding intelligence into the exchange's operations.
Okay, intelligence
Like AI liquidity.
Yeah.
Think of it as an adaptive system that's constantly automatically managing where assets are placed on the exchange to ensure there's always good trading depth. It reacts to market conditions way faster than humans or simple algorithms could.
So better prices, less slippage for users.
That's the idea, minimizing friction. Then there's AI arbitrage. Now, this isn't just about making money from price differences, it's about neutralizing unnecessary differences between their DX and their CEX
Oh.
by using predictive tech to anticipate and actively manage those gaps. The goal is tighter spreads, a fairer market, and preventing the kind of wild arbitrage that can destabilize things.
So the AI is actively working to make the market smoother and fairer.
Exactly. It creates a more fluid, transparent, and importantly, trustworthy market environment. This self-optimizing quality is a world away from many existing exchanges. It improves the user experience, sure, but it also builds that trust profile needed for bigger players, potentially institutions.
Okay, I see. It's not just a place to trade. It's an intelligent infrastructure for trading.
That's the positioning, yes, a key differentiator.
That does connect the dots. It shows a real technological edge to their strategy. So let's just recap the journey for you, the listener. We had the past testing, building the community.
Early days.
We're now in this clearing the system phase, getting rid of VIPs, sinking prices, capping rewards, all about building trust and transparency.
Laying the groundwork.
And then next month, September, the real game starts with the AI-CEX, opening the doors wide to new users, new capital.
A potential inflection point.
And if that CEX takes off, the Aifeex price should, in theory, be driven by real, verifiable market demand and volume, not just internal numbers or hype.
Precisely. And remember, once those staking rewards end, the creation of new Aifex stops cold. That gives you very clear, predictable supply dynamics.
Which is something institutions look for, right? Clarity on supply.
Absolutely crucial for valuation and confidence. So you have clear supply meeting potentially growing, verifiable demand from this new, accessible AI-managed CEX. That combination could be a powerful driver for Aifex's value, sustainably.
And connecting that back to the really big picture.
This whole careful restructuring, this elegant strategy, it looks like the foundation being laid for that ultimate goal.
Yeah.
Listing on major global stock exchanges, HKEX, Nasdaq.
Moving beyond crypto exchanges entirely.
It's a powerful statement of intent, transitioning Aifex from being just crypto infrastructure to potentially becoming a recognized global financial asset. That vision has transformative potential.
It's undeniably ambitious, a huge strategic play, but we have to say, right, with big potential comes big risk.
Always, especially in crypto.
Crypto is volatile, we all know that.
Yeah.
And past performance, even a strong strategy on paper, doesn't guarantee future success.
Absolutely not.
The success of this AI-CEX, the possibility of an IPO, it all hinges on execution, doesn't it? Real-world results.
Trading volume needs to show up, users need to adopt it, and they have to navigate the regulatory maze, which is always complex and changing. Execution is everything.
So this raises an important question for you, the listener, who might be intrigued by this. How should you approach it?
Carefully. Whether you're new to this or experienced, due diligence is paramount. Don't just believe the roadmap, watch the execution, see if they deliver on these phases.
Observe, verify.
Exactly. And consider sensible approaches. Maybe dollar cost averaging if you decide to invest small amounts over time. It helps manage volatility risk.
And the golden rule.
Understand the risks fully. Only ever invest capital you can genuinely afford to lose. This is crucial, especially for anything you're considering holding long term. We're talking about informed participation, strategic thinking, not just chasing hype.
Sound advice. So wrapping this up, what an incredible picture. Aifex seems to be making this huge shift, doesn't it? From what maybe looked like a community game to aiming for sophisticated, AI-powered global financial infrastructure.
That's the narrative they're building, yes.
And for anyone who really digs into this strategy, who understands the phases and the why behind them, the potential seems, well, pretty significant. It makes you think, doesn't it?
It does.
Imagine that combination. AI efficiency meets institutional-level transparency, bridging digital assets in traditional markets.
Yeah.
What could that unlock? Not just for Aifex, but maybe for you, as someone watching this space.
Well, this deep dive has certainly highlighted Aifex's rather elegant restructuring and their very clear strategic positioning. They are quite meticulously laying the groundwork. It positions them as a potentially significant player to watch in this evolving world of global finance. It's definitely a story that invites further exploration as it continues to unfold.